in an era where moral corruption had increased and where standard of morality had really increased, whom should we blame? Do we blame the youth, or do you put the blame on the advent of technology and social media? No, we cannot blame the youth, neither can we blame social media. But we blame those who should be an example, who are rather deeply involved in moral corruption and sexual perversion. Do you wonder to know or care to know, in a church where the pastor should be an example and the pastor himself is deeply involved, in the church where the leaders of the church should be an example to the young ones, when the young ones see the pastors deeply involved in sexual perversion, engaging in young ladies in the church, how would the young ladies and young men feel? And how would they think of those pastors, and what lesson are they teaching? Do you care to know, in a school when teachers who should be an example are deeply involved with students sexually, how will those students feel and how will other students learn? We cannot put the blame on students, neither can we put on the young people, because those who should be an example are not being an example. Those who should stand up against moral perversion and sexual perversion are those who are deeply involved. We must awake out of our sleep and save our society from evil people, because many people who should be an example, their words carry no power because they themselves are deeply involved in this evil. And as a result of that, society is getting out of hand. Get our secondary school these days and see how young men and women behave as if there's no future, not because of their fault, because in the house their parents are no example. In the school, most teachers are no example. They see them engage in evil things and those kind of things. Therefore, they learn from them. The best way to teach a child is not to say it. The best way to train a child is to do that which you want the child to do. Let's arise. Because if we don't get up out of our sleep and begin to be an example to our younger generation, a time will come we cannot live in our societies, because society is corrupt. Society is destroyed. Immorality has taken over the root of the society, and therefore there's no moral standard anymore. Why are we pulling the moral fabric of society? How will you live if you get old and society is like this today? How will it be some years to come? Let us awake and let us be an example. Those opinion leaders, pastors, leaders, counselors, teachers, let us arise and be an example to the younger generation, because the society is getting out of hand and the evil is becoming too much. May God save our society. Thank you and God bless you.